So Hazel and Emerald are finally switching sides. After all this time, we've been seeing Emerald wanting to switch sides since near the end of Volume 3. We saw this, and she just was only allowed there just to help out Cinder, but things aren't working out. So her and Hazel finally decide to free Oscar and also show proof by showing the relic. Instead of asking a question, instead they decided to. He just want to see it, and he just all the proof all I need, and then they left. They couldn't take the relic. They couldn't because it was the alarms would go off. But instead, someone else did. Someone no one paid attention to. Someone that's always in the background. But yet we love her so dearly. Our girl, freaking Neo. Neo is the one that stole the fucking relic, and everyone else is in trouble. Like, really? Really? It's whatever. At the same time, our gang are in there with John being completely positive and like a full motion leader. He's pretty much acting like a RWBY in a way. He's definitely acting like RWBY. And of course, we're finally having Bren finally, lighten up, being more positive, trying to see the brighter side of things, and also telling Yang to stop always trying to cover everything up with a joke. People do that. People cover stuff up with a joke. It's their best way to cope. You can tell them to stop, but then they'll say, what was I supposed to do? Deal with it. They're not ready to deal with it right now. So sometimes you gotta be careful when you tell them not to do that sometimes because that could be their only coping system. And until you can find a way for them to replace that coping system, especially in a moment like that, it's better not to say anything. I'm just saying as future reference, I've seen some people talk about that, not to break them out of their zone just yet, especially during a certain dire situation, which they're in right now. But I'm diving too much on that, but it's just for future reference, is all I'm saying. And at the same time, the soldiers with Aesop's are out there fighting against the Grimm, trying to stop the whale from producing more Grimm, which is not going to be easy, because, things humongous. Freaking whale, man, that's barfing out Grimm. But at the same time, of course, we have the same thing that's happening with the wolf guy from Aesop's. I'm sorry, I can't remember most of their names from Aesop's besides Clover, and that's it. Everybody else is just, they're there, man. And of course, he's saying they're just kids and stuff, and he's even questioning what Winter's saying. Well, if your sister was out there, would you let her? Yes, you have to, because that's how it is in war. In war, you really can't put your morals aside. I feel like when people write this stuff, there are people out there probably in war, in the army, that will think that same way that guy did. But in reality, they're not going to change their mind like that. I feel like these writers, and it's been happening years before too, where they feel like it's just talking to a commander or general to change their mind for moral reasons will help them to change their mind on a strategy or plan that could sacrifice some lives. That does not work. They'll probably punch you or penalize you or something, telling you to know your place. Whatever bad happens, it will be on that commanding leader that's of that squadron. So whatever happens, bad stuff happens on both sides of war. There's not just one fully good side in a war. Some guys do some terrible things to other people, even sometimes innocent people. That's just how it is sometimes. It's messed up, but it's the truth. So what Winter did is what you expect out of someone who serves inside the military. That's just how it is. I don't think I'm staying on this topic too long. Let's talk about Salem's fight. Salem, when I saw her fight, I was pretty disappointed, but yet I'm like, I actually saw this coming. Salem is someone who relies on her power, her immortality. Usually when you're fighting someone, and I've seen it in other shows and books and stuff, when someone's immortal, they lack fighting skill. It's because they're so lax because they know they can't die that they don't try to do anything to defend themselves. They have low defense. That's what I'm saying. Like someone like Yang and all the other people are getting up on Salem and they're getting their butts handed to them. But yet you have people like Tyrion and others who are very skillful, who you barely even touch unless you're a high-ranking hunter or huntress can even touch Tyrion and other bad guys and good guys. But yet with Salem saying anyone can get their hands on her, but it's because she has no fighting skills. She was able to see the world die and relive itself, and she still has no fighting skills. I guess she doesn't need any because she's immortal. But at the same time, it makes you wonder, sharpen up, learn this stuff, so you be more invincible. You know, they could come up with something to stop you. I think it's someone who's too overconfident within their own ability than their skill, which can be very weakening if it wasn't for her immortality. Now, if they find a way to seal her away or strip her immortality away from her, that's a different story. But we'll have to see where that goes. But of course, at the end, Hazel does those red flags. The go on without me, I got this. Those flags. Meaning he's about to die. We'll see. But usually when someone says that, they're fighting the last boss very early, that means you're going to die. Thanks for raising the flags, Hazel. That's all. Oh my god, man. It's crazy. So anyways, that's all I got for this. We'll see what happens next, man. It's about to go down, that's all I'm saying. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, you like my content, like, comment, subscribe, of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Macron, I'm Anime, signing out.